Hi, welcome to Daytona DMAX Heavy Enduros. We've just had the qualifying here at round 6 at Ella Park. It's a tight, feisty track. These heavies, they're always a bit punchy. There's going to be fireworks today.
There is indeed. We've got our third place man, Lee Whitney here. So Lee, cracking circuit. How are you finding it out there?
Yeah, really good. It's hot already, so I don't think the grids behind us are going to be looking forward to the heat, but we're out early, so it's good.
Yeah, excellent. I was looking at the timing. Top 14 drivers separated by less than a second, so incredibly close grid. Feeling nervous for the race?
No, just get on with it.
Get on with it?
All good fun.
It is indeed all good fun.
Yeah, I've got second place here, Darren Holliday. I beg your pardon? Yeah, Darren Holliday. Your qualifying's been getting faster and faster, but you've put yourself on second place. Surely you have no right to be there from your category, have you?
No, I shouldn't be up here. No, that's completely wrong. But testing last night, I was quite confident it went well. Put in a good time, and then I'm actually a little bit slower this morning, but the track's different. So, no, I'm well chuffed. I'm like over the moon. I couldn't believe it when they called me through. I was like, what, me? Seriously?
Undeniably, then, you're fast here today with this package on this track. What can you do?
I'm just looking for a good, clean race and get it out the way and before it gets too hot. I think
it's too hot now.
We had Darren Holliday on pole, and then all of a sudden, Richard Allen, where's he come from? And it's a 51.820. So, yeah, absolutely cracking thing. So, happy for the race, and we're happy with the track then.
Yeah, happy with the track. A lot slower than what was yesterday in testing, but obviously it's a long race. It's very hot. No tarmac as well, so tyres could be a bit of an issue towards the end of the race, I think.
Yeah. Okay, excellent stuff. Well, best of luck for the race, Richard. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, as we see, very close qualifying indeed. How do you think the race is going to go?
Well, the thing is, though, you've got those guys up at the front. That's a given. But if you look down at the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, you've got guys who really get their elbows out. So it's going to be a punchy, dynamic, heavy race. Enjoy it.
So it looks like engines are started for the first race of today for round 6 of the Daytona DMAX Championships here at Ella Park. The current rundown of the order. On pole position, start of the race, is Richard Allen. Second place is Darren Holliday, one of the super heavies. Third place, Lee Whitney. In 4th place, Tarek Almu. 5th place, Alex Pritchard. In 6th place, Tom Pugh. Rob Bennett currently running in 7th place. Now, Rob Bennett is our second position man in the championship with 190 points. Richard Allen currently leading the championship, so he's got a good gap between there. So a lot of work for Rob Bennett. In 8th place is Adam Nakar. In 9th place, Dean Walker. 10th place, Nick Rowland, another one of the super heavies. 11th place, Vinod. Then we've got 12th place is Vince. 13th place is Blaze. 14th place, Gary Martin. Then 15th, Steve Lidley. 16th place, Darren Hughes. 17th, Rob Pertak. 18th place, Wayne Dunham. 19th place, Richard Newton. And then rounding out the grid in 20th place is Paul Crucci. We're going to get ready to show the green. Drones up above. The cameras are ready, the drivers are ready. Here we are, post up at the beginning. Revs get higher, the green light goes, and we're away for round 6 here at Ella Park as they steam into the first corner. And it looks like everyone's going to get round all nice. It looks like Lee Whitney there was going for a move down the inside, doesn't get the move done. So Richard Allen still currently holding on to first place.
Yeah, but that's Tarek Almu right up into second place, and Darren Holliday slipped back into 4th. Lee Whitney's still in 3rd, and Rob Bennett very nearly loses it on the exit of turn 2 there.
Quite a bit of contact there where Rob Bennett is, so definitely need to keep an eye on them as they come through this very fast section here of turn 4.
Into the far hairpin. So far, everybody going through line stern, nobody being overly defensive in that top pack, and Tarek Almu is going to have a look at Richard Allen as they go into the tight hairpin, sweeping round to the right-hand side. It looks like Lee Whitney's losing a little bit of ground to those front 2 at the moment, and Darren Holliday is actually holding on. He's not falling back, so he's going to be challenging to try and get that 3rd place back. And Alex Pritchard has maintained 5th place in the background. Rob Bennett is getting right on the back of Alex Pritchard. In fact, he looked like he was threatening down the inside there, and he has. He's gone for a move down the inside. Alex Pritchard decides not to go defensive, and now he's going to try and cut back on the outside of the final hairpin. In fact, there's a slight bit of contact as he tries to undercut down the inside, but Rob Bennett's going to hold that line, and Richard Allen is still holding off Tarek Almu up at the front. The gap to Lee Whitney's holding pretty steady at the moment, DJ.
Yeah, so still very close gaps all the way around there's definitely progression between the top drivers. The top
really.
two are definitely flying away at the front here.
Okay, so here we go. He's accelerating out of turn 3.
Ooh, Rob Bennett was quite wide out the last corner there, and Alex Pritchard is all over the back of him as they come into this boot section.
Wow, Alex Pritchard's got a lot of momentum. He's had to lift. Is he going to make a dive down the same position where Rob Bennett got him about 3 laps before? He wasn't quite close enough, but he's all over his bumper. He's gone for the outside line. On the outside of that hairpin, there was no way through there, but he's tried to cut back on the inside. Oh, and I tell you what, Rob Bennett was looking to his right-hand side, and Lee Pritchard celebrates as he managed to dive down the inside of the left of the penultimate corner, and he's given the signal to just leave me alone and get on with it. Rob Bennett's ignored that and gone down the inside of turn 1. And this looks like there's words being said. How much you can hear in a car, I don't know, but it's Rob Bennett who's come off better as you go out of the exit of turn 2. Alex Pritchard's not going to be giving that one up anytime soon. What a battle, a 3-corner battle. Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. As they come round the final corner, I don't think Alex Pritchard was celebrating too much about his overtake. It was more, you know, let's get our heads down, let's chase the front pack, I want to win this race. And of course, Rob Bennett has ignored that and has just overtaken him. But it looks like he's tried to go for a move. Alex Pritchard, no, still stays behind as we go into these final couple of corners.
All right, then, give us the gaps, DJ. How are we doing with the top 6 particularly?
The top 6, let me have a look at my timing screen. So the top 6, you've got Richard Allen, top 6 between the top 2, separated by all the gaps are just coming across the line.
I'm going to interrupt you there as Alex Pritchard is all over the back of Rob Bennett, and there looks to be close enough to make a move, or at least put him under big pressure going into turn 2. He's teasing around the outside, nudging, letting Rob know he's there. Oh, he's taken so much on the exit of turn 2 there, and very nearly hit the tyre barrier. So let's see if Alex Pritchard can make a move down into that very tight far side hairpin. Does he have the momentum? I don't know if he's quite got it, but Rob Bennett is looking left and right. He's not being able to concentrate on his own lap time, and the gap to Darren Holliday in front of him is increasing. And let's see, Alex Bennett down then to the second to last hairpin. Again, he sticks his nose on the outside and he sold him a fantastic dummy there. Alex Pritchard on the inside of Rob Bennett, but Rob Bennett is straight back. Wow, hold your breath. This battle is going to be going for the next 40 or 50 minutes. Now, interestingly, if you run over the curb on that exit, you do actually run out of tarmac, so it might not be an advantage to go so wide there. Alex Pritchard not as close this time, unless he can get a good entry. Not as close this time, he's right on the back of him. So let's see. No. So there was a good couple of kart lengths there, so he was able to actually brake where he wanted to brake, but we have got an overtaking manoeuvre behind as Tom Pugh moves up into 7th place. Why don't we run through the order then? We know the top 6, don't we? We've got Richard Allen leading from Tarek Almu, Lee Whitney, we've got super heavyweight Darren Holliday behind him. We've got Rob Bennett followed in that incredible battle with Alex Pritchard. Tom Pugh in 7th place. Who have we got after that?
After that, it's Adam in 8th place. Adam, I always get his name right. Is that Nakar? Is that the one? And then it's Vince Cogswell in 9th place. Dean Walker in 10th. Nick Rowland is another one of the super heavies in 11th place, with Gary Martin in 12th. Blaise Senko in 13th place, Darren Hughes in 14th, Wayne Dunham currently in 15th place, Robert Pertak in 16th place.
Contact! Alex Pritchard again sells him a dummy on that 3rd to last corner. This time Rob Bennett cuts it off. They nudge, both of them manage to keep it pointing in the right direction, but poor Pritchard's not giving that up. It's the penultimate turn, and there's about a kart length and a half between them as they go down the start straight. In fact, I'd say it's less than that, and Tarek Almu's having a real look now. Takes a wide line into turn 1, and I think now is the time he's going to be looking to make an overtaking move. He's bided his time for quite a lot of this race, and now he's aggressively moving forward as they go around turn 2. Both of them stay within track limits on turn 3. Let's have a look how they are on the exits. Richard Allen looks right on the limit there, and Tam McArrow got a much better exit, and he's very close going into the final hairpin. Not final hairpin, the far hairpin. Let's have a look and see what he can do. I think I'll find him taking a wider line. Richard Allen going slightly defensive. So now he's going to have a chance to punch through into the 3rd to last corner. Follows him through very closely. Doesn't go for an overtaking move. But Darren Holliday very, very close to Lee Whitney. Again, though, he's losing time down that back straight to him, just as he's caught up through that back section, and he can't make a lunge in that hairpin.
Exactly.
Which is bad news for Darren Holliday, because if he's having to defend, he's losing places, he's losing track on the front two and losing a chance of a podium. But Darren Holliday, I think at the moment, he's got the out-and-out pace advantage over Lee Whitney, who's going slightly defensive, although he might have Rob Bennett come and do him a favour any minute now. So contact there as Rob Bennett takes a move on Darren Holliday, who'd been held up by Lee Whitney. Rob Bennett has caught up with them. He's taken advantage on that third to last right-hand hairpin. He's piled through, and now he sets his sights on Lee Whitney. I think Darren Holliday is probably going to just let that battle go off and see if he can benefit. So I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Rob Bennett there. He had to take a lot of sacrifice out of his own line. He's hanging on in there, but I think Rob Bennett has his eyes firmly on third place now. And there's a back marker holding up Richard Allen, which has given Tarek Almu a chance to go through. Richard Almu's also had to go. Tarek Almu's also had to go shallow, though. So that net result has been that Richard Allen has managed to give himself a bit of breathing space. But now Rob Bennett's down the inside at the far hairpin. He gets past Lee Whitney into third place. From here, can Rob Bennett go and catch the front two?
Darren Holliday's looking for a move. He's taken advantage of Rob Bennett's move, and he solves in the dummy, and he goes to the inside. Can't hold the line. Is he going to get the switch back into the final section? Doesn't look like he can hold it, but excellent stuff from Darren Holliday, trying to take advantage from Rob Bennett's move.
And this is interesting because Rob Bennett, now in third, is being slightly held up by, let's have a look, slightly held up by the number 29 car. Nothing too horrible. However, he is waving his hands and gesticulating that he should be being let past, but that has let Lee Whitney and Darren Holliday catch right up, and Lee Whitney's been held up as well, and Darren Holliday's taken advantage. He's managed to slip down the right-hand side, and Lee Whitney's now going to have to try and come back at Darren Holliday.
Excellent stuff. So looks like Alex Pritchard's just finding his way past the back marker now as he's struggling, actually. Struggling to get past as our drone follows very closely.
Well, everybody has struggled there to get past Paul Crucci, who's done a fine job at maintaining his racing line. I think Darren Holliday knows now that he's defending that fourth place, because that's the most defensive line we've seen him take through turn two. Wasn't diving deep and braking late. He was taking quite a sweeping line, making sure he was the biggest Darren Holliday he could be. Alex Pritchard all over the back of Lee Whitney now into that back hairpin. He's taking a wide line. Lee Whitney's gone defensive. Darren Holliday's going to be off the hook for a little while. Alex Pritchard goes wide. Is he going to sell a dummy down the inside? No, this time he just follows him through the apex of that back straight hairpin. He had to lift off as well as he started accelerating out of the penultimate corner, but he's having a good look now at Lee Whitney, and that might give Darren Holliday a bit of breathing space for the first time in this race.
Most definitely, and I'd say they have got a back marker between them, so they are going to have to try and battle through this as Darren Holliday is now looking for the inside. He doesn't quite get it.
Oh, he's definitely been held up there as Darren Holliday.
Definitely held up. He's trying to go again down the inside here. It looks like he's got it done, so, and Lee Whitney follows soon. So Lee Whitney really gaining something there.
Alex Pritchard not happy with that, how that's worked out. He's ended up about 2 cart widths down, although he's made that all up on that back twisty section, and he's all over the back of Lee Whitney now. In fact, those three are really close together as they go down the back straight into the right-hand hairpin. No one's quite close enough to make a move. A bit of a love tap from Alex Pritchard into the back of Lee Whitney just to let him know he's there and that he wasn't making a move on this occasion, but it's coming. He's on the outside. He looks like he's willing to go through that corner without making one. A lot tighter through the apex. Darren Holliday making himself very, very wide, and Alex Pritchard having lost touch just a little bit in 6th place.
Still very close between these drivers. The drone is following them. We're following them. And Lee Whitney goes for a move down into turn 1. He makes it complete. That's an absolutely fantastic move from on Darren Holliday there from Lee Whitney.
Lee Whitney having to go the inside. He's made
contact
with the back marker, and that's going to help Darren Holliday. And this is a corner where Darren Holliday's really strong, but not enough to bring him around. It is enough to keep him very close into turn 3 as Lee Whitney goes very close to 4 wheels off on the exit of turn 2. They go through turn 3, staying within track limits on that exit, and Darren Holliday is all the way on top of him. Darren Holliday, but Alex Pritchard has been able to catch all the way up. Now this is going to start mixing things up. All things being equal, no other karts on the track. I think Lee Whitney keeps Darren Holliday behind him the whole race long. Alex Pritchard and the back markers can have a say in it.
Yeah, this 4th, 5th and 6th bundle of karts, Lee Whitney, Darren Holliday and Alex Pritchard separated by just 0.6 of a second. Darren Holliday just 0.2 off from Lee Whitney, and Alex Pritchard just 0.4 off from Darren Holliday.
Oh, look at that, Rob Bennett. There's a slight touch at the end of the back straight as he gets through on that hairpin, and Tarek Almu isn't happy at all. Definitely contact between the front left of Rob Bennett and the left rear of Tarek Tarek Almu. Tarek Almu definitely not happy about that, but Rob Bennett was so late on the brakes, sold him a dummy and dived down the inside, and no amount of gesticulating is going to get you back onto the end of Rob Bennett's car. Tarek Almu needs to just settle himself here, get on with it, and see if he can fight back. Trying to tease out what's going on in our battle for 4th, 5th and 6th as the guys are struggling to get through a back marker. It looks like Lee Whitney got through a lot more comfortably than Alex Pritchard, and Darren Holliday has got a chance to go up into turn 1. He's not quite been able to hold it. He had to go too narrow there, but Alex Pritchard definitely held up, or definitely, let's put it this way, didn't get through as quickly as the others.
Yes, it did look like a big scrap of cuts there as they were going through turn 1, and some drivers gaining more than the others. Still all getting through, gap still not too far. Darren Holliday still pretty close to the back of Alex Pritchard.
Tom Pugh hopefully will take a wide line on the exit of the penultimate turn. He does, which lets Lee Whitney through, but almost shuts the door on Alex Pritchard. That's a little unfair. Alex Pritchard wasn't quite up alongside, but certainly Alex Pritchard is gesticulating at Tom Pugh, feeling like he should have been let through. He tries to go down the inside, and he's had to take a really aggressive dive down the inside and go very tight. And Tom Pugh's fighting and defending. He's not actually in this race for position at the moment.
Blue flags go out, and he gets out of the way now.
That's let Darren
Holliday.
Yeah, catch up. It's let me catch my breath. It's let Darren Holliday catch up with Alex Pritchard, but it's also let Lee Whitney get away. But now let's see if Alex Pritchard is able to put pressure on Lee Whitney. He's dived down the inside, and we haven't seen that much today, but he's dived down the inside of that far hairpin, and he's managed to hold a tight inside line on the back straight. He's gone defensive, and he's made that move stick. A very, very brave move. He was a lot faster out of turn 3, a lot faster through turn 4, out into that back section, and then lunged down the inside to take that 4th place. I'm sure he wishes it was for a podium. I don't think there's enough time for him to get onto the back of Tarek Almu. There's about 2 corners between them. That said, Tarek Almu's lap times can't be that impressive. He's falling back away from Rob Bennett and back into the clutches of this battle for 4th place. As Lee Whitney makes Alex Pritchard go very defensive. Alex Pritchard's gone defensive on the inside of turn 1, but he's lost loads of momentum, and Lee Whitney's now down on the outside of turn 2. Alex Pritchard's not giving that up. There's a little bit of rubbing. They're forcing each other
off. Pushes him right out wide.
Lee Whitney has had to rejoin the track just behind Alex Pritchard. In the end, they were both fighting and tussling, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lee Whitney just lost a little bit of grip there on the outside of turn 3.
It's a huge advantage from Darren Holliday there, so he's taken both of those positions and he's moved back up to 4th.
What a scrap. What a scrap. I think that was right on the limit of fine fighting, scrapping on the outside of turn 2. You had Alex Pritchard on the inside, and they were definitely going through that corner attached as one car, and as they went on the outside of turn 2, Lee Whitney just ran out of room. I think Alex Pritchard was so on the edge, I don't think he's run him off the track at all. I think that's just where the momentum took both those cars.
Definitely. I was slightly concerned when Lee Whitney was off the track and he rejoined.
Hang on, Lee Whitney's got the momentum round the outside again. It's almost a carbon copy of the last lap, except this time Alex Pritchard has got a kart length ahead. But Lee Whitney's gone down the inside of turn 3 now, and he's got that place back. And now they're both going to be in front of Darren Holliday. They're not going to be able to get away from each other, because I think whatever happens, they've got Darren Holliday in front of them.
Most definitely, and we're on to the final lap now, so last lap board is out, so they've only got a short amount of time to do it.
All right, then let's have a look down this back straight. Does Alex Pritchard have enough momentum? He's gone down the outside, but we've seen him sell a dummy here before. He's not gone for the move. He's running out of time to make one as they go on the penultimate turn. I think the story out of this battle here is that Darren Holloway is going to get away with 4th place in this race, and he's going to have Lee Whitney coming in 5th, Alex Pritchard in 6th. What a fantastic battle behind race winner Richard Allen, 2nd place Rob Bennett, and 3rd place Tarek Almu. Oh, that's the last lap.
Yeah, we're on the last lap now. This is the last lap. So Richard Allen just started his last lap, and they were starting at that
last lap
for Richard Allen. And here is Richard Allen. He's just coming around the final corner now as he's heading towards the checkered flag at the end of an hour endurance. There it is, checkered flag. He waves his hand. He's very happy with that, and he should be as well. Absolutely fantastic race from Richard Allen.
Darren Holliday, he's not in danger down this back straight, as Alex Bennett, he took a big look at that inside, but Lee Whitney shut the door, and there's not going to be time for a move now from Lee Whitney. All he can do is follow Darren Holliday home, who's whooping and cheering. He is delighted with that 4th place. He's hung on in there. He stayed in that battle. He never lost sight of Lee Whitney and Alex Pritchard battling and was the one to take advantage. I think that 4th place makes him the kart of the race for me, DJ.
Oh, most definitely. Absolutely fantastic race at the back there for those guys. But current rundown from the order there, your race winner, Richard Allen, with a gap from Rob Bennett of 9.82 seconds. Tarek Almu in 3rd place, Darren Holliday in 4th, Lee Whitney in 5th, Alex Pritchard in 6th, Adam Nakar in 7th place, Vince Cogswell in 8th, Blaise Enko in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Dean Walker. So very well done to all the drivers for the heavy enduros.
I'm here with the winner of the super heavyweights, Darren Holliday, and also 4th place overall. We're used to seeing you winning the super heavyweights, but you showed these little lads a thing or two today, didn't you?
Yeah, it was race of my life. It really was. I've never felt sort of in the groove, as it were, on the track. It was really, really good. Did some testing last night and felt fairly confident, but didn't think it'd be anything like that.
Big race-long battle with Lee Whitney. Obviously, you were a lot stronger into turn 1, but found it hard to just get that ultimate dive through on some of the easier overtaking spots.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of racer who just does banzai moves. I don't do that. I normally just sit there and bide my time and wait. And sure enough, the opportunity came, and I knew Lee and Alex, because I could see it happening. Sort of, they're going to come together, and as long as I'm there. I'd actually given up. I was thinking, no, I'll actually just hold back a bit here. I've had enough. There's 5 minutes to go. I was completely and utterly exhausted, and sure. But then I had a good lap, got a little bit close. So they're going to come together. No, I'm having it, and sure enough, yeah, got through. So
congratulations, a fantastic 4th place. I don't believe him for a second when he says that he'd given up. I think he was all the way hunting in there. We're here with 3rd place Tarek Almu. Tarek, what a start!
Yeah, thank you. It was a good start. So the first half an hour was quite relaxed, but
Relaxed, really?
yes, it was quite relaxing. It's good weather. Second half, I started losing.
In the first half, though, you and Richard were very close together. Were you pushing very hard, or was there any kind of cat and mouse element?
No, actually, the first part I was feeling quite comfortable, so I was very relaxed for the first half an hour. And then when we caught up the back markers, I lost it.
Another very solid 3rd place. Thank you very much, Tarek Almu. Let's get to our 2nd place man, who was involved in battles all up and down the field, somehow ended up in 2nd place. But you were battling for 5th and 6th place at one point, and lots of contact, lots of hard racing.
I think I qualified 7th, so I had quite a bit to do. It took me a good 10 laps before I actually worked out what I was doing wrong and got into the flow and just got my head down.
Did you realise that in qualifying that you'd left a little bit of lap time there?
I think I was 4 tenths off, and I am denied about changing my kart, and in the end, I just thought, I didn't think it was the kart. I changed the kart anyway. I don't think that made too much of a difference, but yeah, it took me. I could see my lap times were coming down after about 20 laps, and then I was consistently getting quicker and quicker. So, as soon as I realised it was on to catch up with Tarek, I literally got my head down.
One of the keys was, though, getting through that battle with Darren Holliday and Lee Whitney. Like, what's it like seeing that battle in front of you and realising you need to get through it quickly? Yeah,
I think you've got to be fairly decisive and just get it done. So, Lee defended fantastically at Buckmore. So yeah, just getting past as quickly as possible and trying not to get involved in their scrap. But yeah, fortunately it worked out.
Thank you very much. 2nd place, Rob Bennett, another masterclass in racecraft. Always one to look out for. Let's put him 7th every single time. But here's your race winner, dominating now for 2 rounds in a row after Buckmore Park. We thought that was just because it was local, but you can do it anywhere. Richard Allen.
Hello, mate. Yeah, no, it was a good race out there. It took me a good 7 or 8 laps to get actually in the zone and get ready to go, because I just kept out braking myself, and then I got my head down. Couldn't lose Tarek for quite a long time, so I stopped looking behind me, just focused, and then next I looked and I see I had a little bit of a gap. I thought, that's it, you've got it now. Just get your nut down, keep it nice and smooth, nice and steady, and you'll be all right.
Some people are calling for you to have a bit of success ballast for the next round. You're up for that, aren't you? Backpack?
God, I'm heavier than everybody else out there, I think. I said I'm heavier as super heavies.
Congratulations. Thank you very much to our race winner, Richard Allen. Let's get DJ in there. They didn't disappoint, the heavies never do. Lots of contact, lots of hard but fair racing.
Exactly that. Cracking race all the way throughout. And I think you said it earlier, driver of the day definitely has to go for Darren Holliday in that one.
If you want to get involved in this, why not get online and get involved by going to daytonamax.co.uk. See you for round 7.